Okay, guys. So as of now, whatever we have, learned about the netting. Yesterday we completed the static net, right? But for some reason, we need to beginning from beginning. We need to start from the beginning. Okay. So this is our R1. This this is our I'm just explaining the dashboard. This is our firewall, and we are having a three network. Okay. One is a inside, one is having a DMZ, another is having a DMZ2. This is our internet. This is just a management IP. Okay. So what are the things we are going to cover here? Static net for inside to outside, for inside user to outside. Okay. Static net for outside user to access the inside. Okay. That is static net. Then pet. By using pet, we need to allow multiple private users by using single public IP. Okay. Then we'll do the destination net. Destination is nothing but let's suppose the outside user want to enter our website or our whatever the channel we are having. So how they will reach us, how they will telnet us, how they will do the HTTPS. That is the reason we need to do destination net. Okay, to allow outside users to access HTTP and HTTPS, telnet, SSH to inside servers. Okay, this is our agenda for today. Okay, it is okay. So let me open for R1 first. R2, this is our R1, R2, R3. R3 is nothing but our internet. R3, R4, R4. Okay, now firewall, firewall. Okay. So as we know, to save the time, I already have the configuration in the notepad. So we just need to, you know, copy and paste the configuration. Before that, I will I will just tell you in the short. We are having this 170 dot series IP range in our local area network, 192.168 series in the local area network. Another side we are having 10.100 and 20.100 series, okay, 20.0 series and 10.0 series. As we know that we don't have a rights to access this internet, right? Do we have in real time? No, right? We can't access. Correct. Our right, our rights is still this port number three only. Okay. So just consider it as a internet. Here, guys. So we need to we need to advertise this. So here we'll do the RIP. Here we'll do the static default towards firewall. Here we'll do the static default toward firewall. Okay. Here we'll advertise our private network towards firewall by using RIP. Okay. So I'm just going to copy here. So enable configuration terminal, whatever that we are having, that I'm doing the netting also. Okay. The R1. I think some more guys are going to allow. Okay. So the R1 is this is done, right? So here configuration is done for R1, but as we know that we also need to access HTTP, HTTPS, Telnet, right? So for that, I'm configuring Telnet, SSH, HTTP server also. Okay, HTTP and HTTPS. Okay, so I'm using the same thing. I have a configuration for that also. That R1 done. Now we don't need to configure DHCP, so we just need to do enable till here. Okay, in R2 also we need to do. We are doing just static route towards firewall, IP domain firewall, and we here what we are doing, just enabling the telnet, SSH, and other services. Okay, R2 done. The same way we need to configure for R3. Okay, remember in R3 we just enable assigning IP into the interface. We are not doing any routing here. Okay, as we don't have right here, right? In the real time. Okay, so this is done, and later R3, after R3 I need to go for a R4, right? R4 also I need to do these all the things in R4 here, assigning the IP address, enabling HTTP, HTTPS, and other services. Okay, now our firewall. Now all the configuration has been done for the R1, R2, R3, and R4. Now time to save it. Just a minute, guys. Be online, huh? Now time to save it for firewall. Just a minute, guys. Please be online. I'm just muting for myself, huh? Just a minute. Yeah, leave it that. Okay, so the firewall we connected with the port number 6, right? So here we need to go the firewall, and as we know there is no ID password by default, right? So admin is a by default ID. Double click, asking for a new password, confirm password. So system interface. Okay, is our port number 6 is getting IP? No, right? It is not getting IP. So to allow the IP, so we need to do config system interface edit port number 6. Okay, set mode DSCP. Okay, set allow access. What are the service we are allowing here? HTTP, HTTPS, HTTP, ping, telnet, everything I am allowing here. To save this configuration, we need to run the command ind. Ind is the command to save the configuration. Okay, just like in the Cisco, we are having a write option in the same way. So system interface question mark continue. It will get the IP. Now it is getting the IP, right? So I just need to copy this 75.133, right? So here 192.168.75.133 admin admin. Now we get the GUI access, right? So first of all, whenever you're doing the practical, don't keep it as a static the DHCP to this one port one. Okay, keep it as a static only, manual only. Then only we'll get the proper output. So 192.168.75.133, right? Slash 24, correct? Not 75 dot. What is that? Just a minute. Which IP it is getting? Port number one. Let me verify once again. Yeah. So DSCP nothing is there, right? So what we need to do? 192.168. Not one. That is a port number 6. I went to here in the port number 6, 133, right? 25525 means /24. So we need to do this as a manual. Copy as a manual. Okay, then only we'll get. Yesterday, remember, our request from R1, we're trying to go outside, but it is taking this DSCP interface, right? So that is the reason. Okay, we need to do as a manual. Yeah, we need to do as a manual. Okay, now in port number 1, what is the IP in the port number 1? In the inside, that is the inside. The manual IP 192.168.1.0/24, right? 1.2/24, correct? Here 1.2/24 or 10.1/24, correct, guys? So here we need to, I was there, right? So 1.24 HTTPS I allowed. Okay, fine. Inside port number 2, we are DMZ1, like DMZ1. Okay, 192.168.10.100. Okay, here this side 192.168.10.1. So here 10.1/24. Ping allowed, HTTPS allowed. Okay, port number 3, outside or internet, we can say internet. In this 192.168 dot what is the IP? 101, I think. 101.1.1.100. 101.1.1.100/24, right? Here also allowed ping HTTPS SSH. I allowed here. Okay, here inside, outside, name is there. Port number 3. Okay, now port number 4, DMZ2 192.168.20.1. Let me check here, 20.1/24. Okay, now our interface, we assigned the IP in every interfaces. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to do static route towards internet, right? Create new, and what is the IP? 101.1.1.1, right? And then port number 3, correct? Now we need to do RIP for this location, right? This interface is, we have configured RIP. So here we need to do RIP for this port number 1. Okay, not only the port number 1, port number 2, and this one also. Okay, so whatever the IP we are having, 192.168.1.0/24/24, 10.0, 10.0/24, 20.0/24, right? We are having na 1.0, 10.0, and 20.0. Here we already advertise it. These IPs, this IP and this IP through the while configuring the router, right? So not required to again advertise this, as it is not directly connected with us, correct? So whatever the directly connected is 1.1, 10.1, and 20.1. That one only we need to advertise here. Okay, clear, guys? Said. Yeah, now we need to go to advanced. Under the advanced, whatever the RIP is having, that we need to cover under the static. So I just need to apply. Which one? Where it is? I'm having a different IP into my machine. Okay, that is a different part. Okay. So okay, now this is apply. We did the RIP. Now we can't access from R1 to this internet, right? 101 or anything, we can't. I can't access. Even no one can access to each other, right? Because by default policy is implicitly deny. Here by default policy is, firewall policy is implicitly deny. Correct? Okay. So in this mode we can't access to each other, but firewall can access to everyone. firewall can reach to this one, this one, this one, this one, everything firewall can access. For that, it the routing table also we need to verify what are the address we are having in the firewall, right? To check that, we are having command admin get router info routing table all, right? So is it? No, right? No one is advertised. Nothing has been advertised as of now, right? In our in this side, only 192.1.10.20, and this is a directly connected port number 6. That is our management. Port number 4, port number 2, port number 1, and port number 3. So 101.1.1.10 is port number 3 internet. 168.1.0, 10.0, 20.0. We need to verify why the this side network is not coming there. Okay. Enable show IP route. So is it anything is there? Nothing, right? Related to RIP. So IP route RIP. So IP interface brief. Okay. So everything is up here. I think the RIP is not properly configured here. Okay. So here we need to do RIP into R1. Configuration terminal, and whatever I'm having that I need to do. Okay. Enter. Exit. Do right. Do so system exit source. So IP route. It should come, right? Enable so IP route. Static route is there in R2. In R3 we don't have a static route. Enable so IP route. Okay, 102.1.0.1 so IP interface brief. Right, in R4 also we must need to do enable so IP route RIP. Sorry, so IP route. So IP route. So here also we are having a static route towards our firewall, right? But in this R1 we don't have RIP, right? There is no static route towards firewall, right? So IP route RIP. So RIP is not enabled there. So no need to worry. We need to do in router RIP enable the version 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 2 auto summary. Okay, and network whatever the network we are having 0.0.0. Every network whatever the network we are having that we are advertising here. Okay, anything else in the command? No, no auto summary is not required. So nothing. Do right. So now do so IP route RIP. Why the RIP is not enabling here? Under the firewall, network RIP 192. Here IP I mentioned wrong, right? 192.168. It should be 192.168. Guys, 1.0, 10.0, and 20.0. Now it will come. Okay. Yeah. So now it is coming now. 192.168, 10, and everything is there. Okay. So, so IP route. So IP route 192.168, 10, 70, 172 series we are having. Everything we are having, right? In the firewall also now we'll get everything. Get router info routing table all. So our static route towards this towards internet 101, okay, and 172 series also we receive. 192.168.1 series also we having. 192.168.10 series also having. 192.168.20 series also having. 192.168.75 this is our directly connected, and 101 is also connected. 10 in our lane side, okay, here the lane side, okay. So now firewall can reach to everyone. So ping, execute ping 192.168.1.1, right? Everything it is pingable to, okay, 192.168.10.100 able to reach, 20.100 able to reach. Even the firewall can reach. Remember, we don't have access, right? If you check, is it available 102 dot series? 102 series available into the firewall? Nothing, right? We don't have. This 102 series we don't have, but still router can reach because it's a public network and public network is accessible from anywhere in the world, right? Clear? Execute ping. I think there is no energy, guys, today. Firewall is able to reach, right? I think, can we order something? Uh, okay, so okay. So now all is fine, right? So now still R1 cannot reach to the anything, right? If you check from R1 or R2 or R3, nothing can, no one can reach to anyone, right? So ping 192.168.10.1, no reachability. Okay, it will not reach because by default we are having implicit deny under the firewall policy here. Create new, okay, and we need to enable static net, and just this is just a name, okay, static net. Packet will come from port number 1 here and packet will reach to port number 3. So packet will reach to port number 3 and the source will be 192.168 R1 R1 IP. That will be a 192.168.1.1/32. I'm just keeping, okay, and subnetted here, done. Okay, source will come. So I just calling this and destination will be, destination can be anything, right? And always services always all, and use dynamic IP pool. If you are having a dynamic IP pool, you can keep, or if you don't have a, if you are having a single interface IP, then you just select as a use outgoing interface address. So it will accept, like it will be go via 101 only, right? So let's suppose we are having one IP pool that is 101.1 101 to 101.1.1.1 20 till that we are having, okay. So under this any IP we can choose and we can enable here, okay. So the whenever the packet will come, firewall will, it will come to the firewall will merge this your packet towards with any with given public IP and it will send to the internet, okay. Use, so I'm just using which IP I'm using. Look, it will be a over, not overload, it will be a 1 to 1, okay. So 101.1.1.2 I'm using and 101.1.1.2 only, okay. So now it will be R1 R public, okay. I'm using as, yeah, using this, okay. Okay, now it's fine, and we just need to do all session and okay. So now is R1 can reach to anything? Is it possible for R1 to reach this 101 or 102? Guys, it should be because we already having RIP, okay? RIP to the firewall. Under the firewall, we already configure static route. Remember, static default route towards internet. Here under this static route, we created, right, 101.1.1. Whenever any packet will come, you must send to the this interface, right? So now ping 102.1.1.1. Correct. It is reachable for them, right? Now our firewall is able to reach that. Correct. Now router R1 is able to reach to this one. Correct now? here, correct? Here, okay. But it is a bidirectional, not a unidirectional. Remember, yesterday also I informed in the FortiGate firewall we are having a only bidirectional, not a unidirectional. Bidirectional means one from one side to another side only reachability will be possible. But unidirectional will be if you're configuring policy like in the another firewall like Palo Alto or Sonic Wall, it is a unidirectional by default. Once you create policy for R1 to this towards internet also can reach to your inside, okay, but not here due to the security purpose. So again, if you wanted to allow this R3, okay, to reach your inside network, for that what we have to do, we need to do some netting. We need to do netting in the sense, where it is virtual IP, VIP. Okay, okay, for that what I have to do, virtual IP routing project or IP policy route packet capturing. Yeah, virtual IPs I need to create. Okay, virtual IP should also be in the same range. Okay, or we can do whenever the outside people who hit this 101.1.1.100, it should reach to the 192.168.1.1. Means we are mapping our private IP with the public IP for outside user. Okay, so here what we have to do, virtual IP I need to create. Name should be uh, outside to inside. Okay, so static net, whenever someone is hitting 101.1.1.1 or 100, okay, and let's suppose I'm keeping 100, it should be, convert with 192.168.1.1. Clear? Got it my point? Yeah, so whenever outside user is coming and hitting to this, it should send to this 192.168.1.1. Okay, so now for that we need to create one policy. This is just a virtual IP I created. Now for that we need to create one policy for outside, that is also static net only. Okay, static net for outside, static net for outside users. Okay, packet will come now from which interface? Tell me guys. Port number 3, and packet will go to port 1. So port 3 and port 1. Okay, so source could be anything, right? But the destination will be our virtual IP. What we have created? Virtual IP server outside inside. This one I created, right? 101. Yeah, so I need to call this. Okay, services all. I don't need to enable netting for outside user, correct? So not required netting enable for outside user. Yeah, done now. Now can we try from R3 to access this by hitting this 101.1.100? Which IP I was given, right? Let me check once again. Static, right? Destination 101.1.1.100, correct? Enable ping 101.1.1.100. It is reachable, right? But from R3 to I just wanted to 192.168.1.1, correct? Destination is gateway or host down from R3 to R1. Let me check the policy once again. Uh, what? IP address, router, router 3, 192. Okay, okay, okay. Ping 192.168.1.1. The here, right? telnet 192.168.1.1 destination unreachable gateway or host down. I think we need to change the IP. Okay, here the IP which I took here. Okay, outside destination should be whenever someone hitting this, whenever someone is hitting the out from coming from 101.1.1 dot, I am just keeping here as a 3. Okay, because we are having, we can use this any pool, right? 101.1.1 and it should be 192.168.1.1. Here port forwarding should be all. By the way, 65,535, 65,535, anything. Okay, 12112 many. Now let me check. What do you want to hit? 101.1.1.2, right? That is 2 only, right? 101.1.3, sorry. We need to hit 10.1.1.3. Yeah, it's trying to resolve the query. Yeah, it will, it will. Wait a minute. That I need to check once. Just a minute, huh? First, we need to do this one. Telnet and SSH we can't do now. By entering this IP only, we can get it. Okay. Ping 101.1.1.3. Bad mistake. Bad luck. 101. Yeah, I'm just making the mistake. Let me check this once again. Okay, we need to allow this. And what we have to do here, packet will come from R3. It will go to the R1 source. Could be anything. Destination could be 10 by hitting 101.1.1.3. 192.168.1.1. Okay, here 101.1.1.3 instead of 3. We need to keep 100. Okay, and now port forwarding is not required, and that's it only. 192.168.1.1. This is 100, right? So now thing 101.1.1.100. It is reachable now, right? So let me hit now 101. Instead of pinging, I just need to hit this. Okay, and once I hit, I get the R1. Okay, now my ID is firewall cafe. Okay, now password is a 123. So now I get the R1, right, from outside to inside. So that is the reason. Okay, So this is the way how we can allow outside user to access our inside by using our public IP, and how we can allow our inside user to access outside by using the static net only. Okay, let me retry once again. Exit. Yeah, it is possible, right? So this is the way. Okay, now we need to do pate. Pate means port address translation. So meanwhile, I'm just stopping this recording